Hi, this is Ushio. Welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. We are working our way through the Aftermath mod and we are on Remy's route. So, we've got the evening to ourselves, so it's going to be interesting what we get up to. What do we do now? Well, I'd like to play Final Humanity with you. What's that? That's the game I had on my computer. The one you need destroyed my progress on? Well, thanks for the friendly reminder. It has a multiplayer feature on it, so what do you say? I mean, I don't play video games. Are you sure you don't play video games? Alright, let's do it. Perfect, I'll get it set up. Okay, we're going to play some video games. Okay, who dis? Remy set the game up so that it was playing through the TV screen. We also had controllers equipped to make it easier. After giving me a brief tutorial on how to play, Remy started the game. Hey, isn't this the level that I saw on your computer before? Yeah, I figured I'd give you a chance to play it properly without crashing it. Okay, choose your character. Bonner, Adith, or is it Rizard? Let's go with Rizard. Let's see what Rizard's all about. You like balanced characters. Okay, I agree with you on that. But I'm gonna go with Bonner. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so this is Aria. Have you come here to beg for mercy? No, we've come to stop you. Your reign of terror over the land of Marmoa is over. You're outnumbered. Just give up, and we can end this without bloodshed. This area is teeming with my soldiers, outnumbering you by thousands to one, but I don't even need them. Who knows, if you survive long enough, you might just see why I'm called Aria the Ascended. Oh, you pompous... Okay, swear words. Okay, we already had swearing in the last part, so okay. Calm down, Adith. Focus. I'm sorry it's come to this, Aria, but this ends now. Okay, Ronan, get them. Grr. Here comes the battle. Okay, we got potions, fire breath, light dash, shadow claws. Let's just start with a fire breath. Rizard uses fire breath. Ronan took 488 damage. Wow. How much HP left? But I used terror claw. Okay, that is a lot of HP. That is a lot of HP. Let's try a light dash. 626. I mean, it's sort of going down. Is there like a special attack we can do? About shadow claws. 899 damage. I mean, it's sort of going down. Magma blast. And bullet hell. What the hell was bullet hell? Okay. Blinding inferno. Ooh, let's do that. Here comes... Is that like a limit break or something? 1,000 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. Chaos beam. Okay, I've still got a fair amount. Oh, I just gotta keep doing these attacks. This could take a while. Ronan invokes cosmic horror. Oh god, what is this? Oh wow. That was a big hit. That was a big hit. But I'm still working this guy down. It's taking a long time. I thought maybe we'd have a super move that would really help, but no, it's a long old drag. So we are fighting through slowly, slowly, slowly. It's actually quite close, and I'm not sure I'm gonna make it. I'm slightly worried. Do a light dash. Okay, so Ronan's got 2,252 HP left. But what have I got left? I'll use a potion. Use it on yourself. I have got 3,000. So, okay, I need to beat this guy. Do the fire breath. Fire breath is kind of weak actually, but I've got to do these hits. Okay, blinding inferno. Can we finish this guy off, please? Okay, Ronan was defeated. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, he's down. What's happening? Did we win? Hey, where did the other soldiers go? They seem to have vanished after Ronan was destroyed. Wait, Aria's unconscious. Aria? Oh, my head. Are you okay? What's happening to me? It's okay, Aria. You are under a spell. You're not in control of your actions. So, Ronan was the one who cast the spell. Ronan? He's here? No, he's gone now. We destroyed him. Oh, thank the gods. I could feel his evil spirit flowing through me. Come on, Alia, let's go home. The game ended in a somewhat cheesy fashion, with Rizard and Alia falling in love and getting married. Meanwhile, Remy got me up to speed on what happened before these events. Ronan was an evil spirit that needed to form a spiritual bond with the host. Ronan had bonded his soul to Alia's, placing her under a spell that allowed her to command the evil forces. It had seemed that all hope was lost, and that Alia may not have been able to be saved from the spell, but thanks to Rizard, that did not happen. So, what did you think? That was dumb, it was okay. I thought it was great. Be supportive. That was easily on par with some AAA titles in our culture. I mean, that is sort of true. Well, even I didn't get that much enjoyment out of it, but I'm glad you liked it. But you know, the interesting thing about the Final Humanity series is that it's several individual stories that compile into a much bigger one. The characters for each game are different, but they all exist within the same universe. Interesting. We got a few movie franchises that were like that, where they would make individual movies about individual characters and then put them all together in a single crossover movie. I always think these kinds of things are fun, because to see them all together in the same story, it just makes it more exciting. Amelia was the one who introduced me to the game series. She had a thing for those large, complex universes inside stories. As soon as Remy finished speaking, the room became dead silent as a morbid expression slowly formed on his face. I'm sure she would have loved to have had the chance to be here right now. Comfort do nothing. Comfort. Without any hesitation, I moved closer to him and put my arm on his shoulder. But it only lasted for a moment as Remy jerked away. Remy, you okay? Sorry. Don't be sorry. You can talk to me. Just tell me what's on your mind and I'll listen. Well, recently, I've been studying some of the religions that you have here, and it seems like all of them have some sort of explanation about what happens after death. Our faiths and myths have explained such phenomenon. I want to believe something like that's true, but I don't know if something like that could be true. If it meant seeing Amelia again, I'd certainly love for it to happen. But what about you? Do you think such a thing as life after death is possible? I mean, I wouldn't outright say yes or no, because we can never know for sure until we die. But I'm pretty sure we've both experienced some sort of occurrence after death. What do you mean? Remember what I told you about the dreams that we've all had? You mean the nightmares where we die in one way or another? Maybe we've experienced our consciousnesses moving onto these timelines. So there very well could be a timeline where Amelia survived. Do you really think so? Remy, I know what you're thinking, but no, we can't go back to try and save her. But why not? It could lead to a time paradox that could wipe out everything that we gained from the timeline. You might not have been the one to greet me at the portal, and then none of this would have happened. Are you saying you're putting your own desires over mine? Of course not, but you have to understand it's not that simple. If you could go back in time over and over to save everyone you cared about, why can't I? Because all of that occurred during my ambassador mission to the world. Amelia's death happened at a time before you and I even knew each other existed. So, you could alter time to have your perfect little ending. You could save everyone you loved. The portal has existed since the beginning of Dragonkind's existence. Who's to say just going back a little earlier than usual is going to destroy all the progress? Do you think I deserve a chance to be happy? What about Amelie and Vara? If all I said about the risks were wrong, there would be consequences. You would be abandoning your children in this timeline. Going back in time doesn't change what's happening now. It only creates an alternate timeline, so everything that's happening here would still keep happening in its own timeline, which means that if you leave through the portal and change the past, you can never come back to this one. Which means Vara would be orphaned again, and Amelie would have to grow up without her father. Believe me, Remy, if it was that simple, I wouldn't hesitate for a second to help you save Amelia. But there are far too many risk factors that come into effect that outweigh the reward by a long shot. Why does fate do this to me? Why must everything come at a cost? I'm sorry, Remy, but it's just the way it has to be. Why? What did I do to deserve all this torment? It's not fair. It shouldn't be this way. Yeah, your feelings are valid. I agree. I know, Remy, I know you're in pain, and I know you wish there was something we could do. I wish there was something we could do too. Or maybe this is all just a big damn excuse so you can keep me for your own. Tell me, is my happiness less important than yours? Of course it's not. Do you like watching me suffer? Do you enjoy taking my hope away? Damn it, Remy. I care about you more than anything in the world. I'd never enjoy hurting you. Remy is kinda a bit of a dick right now. You're the only one who's being selfish here. You're only paying attention to what you want to happen and not taking into account that there might be consequences that could make the situation worse. Remy let out an angry roar and swiped his claws across my face, leaving a large gash on my cheek. As soon as he realised what he just did, he backed up and stared at me in shock. Oh, I'm sorry. I stood back and wiped the blood from my face as Remy went to get me a cloth and a bandage. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I could tell that you needed to let it out. At the expense of your health. You know what? Maybe we should call it a night. I need some time alone. Okay, but keep me posted. I do worry about you. Sure. Honestly, if you're in a relationship and someone turns violent, that relationship is done. It is done. Anyway, I awoke with a stir from my dreams about my previous experiences through the portal. Most of them are unpleasant, to put it mildly. That's when I noticed my phone had received several text messages, all from Remy. Why is he texting me at night? Hey, I'm really sorry about earlier, and I wish I hadn't freaked out like that. But I've begun to realise that no matter what happens, you're always going to be competing against my memories of Amelia. It's not fair that you have to endure it, so I shouldn't let you. I'm just lost, and I don't know what I want. But I can't take this pain anymore. I have to do something. Take care of the kids for me. No, this is not... That last line sent my nerves on edge. I knew exactly what he was planning. The last message was sent about a minute ago. Remy, don't do anything. I'm coming. Oh no, go fast. I'm not at home. If you want to stop me, I'll be at the portal. But don't bother. You'll just be wasting your time. I jumped out of bed and got my clothes on as fast as I could. What, he's going to send himself in the portal? Come on, answer, damn it. He's going to open this door or what? Another minute passed by. I was about to knock again, but then I suddenly got the feeling that I wasn't alone out here. Out of nowhere, I was tackled to the ground, and I felt a large, firm claw grab my throat. Get out of here before I rip out your... Ushio. He released me from my grip and helped me up. It's the middle of the night. What are you doing? We got an emergency. Oh, what's your problem, pal? Oh, what are you doing here? We gotta find Remy. He's gonna do something terrible. Then why did you come all the way here? He's your problem, not ours. Get Emily and Vara up. I think they're the only ones who can stop him. Wait, what's going on? I'll explain on the way, but we have to get to the portal. Oh, okay. We're gonna do it. And I went to wake up the kids and returned so we could gather in my car. Ushio, where are we going? Daddy's in trouble. We gotta go save him. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. I ran off ahead as fast as I could, while Anna, Maverick and the kids trailed behind. When I arrived, Remy already had the portal up and running, and he looked back at me with a sorrowful gaze. Remy? Don't waste your time. This is how it has to be. You got no idea what you're doing. I feel like I'd be betraying Amelia if I fell in love again, but at the same time, I feel like I'd be betraying you by rejecting you. I wish it was an easy decision. So you think this is going to solve your problems? Were you not listening when I told you about the consequences? Tell me, aren't you sick of hearing me whine and complain about Amelia every single day? Wouldn't you rather I talk about my feelings for you instead? Remy, I don't expect you to just magically stop missing her. She was your fiancée, and you were going to marry her before she died. Believe me, I know how much it hurts to lose a loved one like that. But do you think this is what Amelia would have wanted? Don't tell me what she would have wanted. You know what else she wouldn't have wanted? To freeze to death all alone with nobody to save her. She would have wanted to live happily with me forever. Well, I'm sorry, but she can't. She's gone, and there's nothing you can do. You don't know that? If you could save everyone you loved, then that should apply to me as well. I told you already, the only reason I could do it is because, yeah, I heard you the first time, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. How do you think your friends are going to feel if you did this? How do you think Emily's going to feel? Leave her out of this, dude. No, I won't. She's your daughter. How do you think I'd explain to her that her father is gone forever? What about Vara? She's already lost her parents once, and now she's going to lose her adoptive one too. Stop making it harder for me than it already is. I want to be at peace. Is this so hard to ask? At the cost of your own daughter's happiness? At the cost of my happiness? I'll step closer to Remy. You think you're the only person who's been suffering here? You got no idea what I'm going through. You couldn't be more wrong. Remember what I told you about the portal and how I've been doing my mission over and over until I got it right? What does that have to do with anything? Do you have any idea what I've seen that made me have to redo everything? I proceeded to explain to Remy about one of my previous attempts with him. I could go back to the day of my arrival, but I had to leave you all alone once because of the paradox it would create in the previous timeline. And that's not the only thing. I've seen you die, Remy. Not only that, it was my own stupidity that led to your demise. What do you mean? You killed yourself in other timelines because of the way I treated you? And that's going to be on my conscience for the rest of my life. I've never felt more awful about anything. I hurt you, and it's been haunting me for so long. But you fixed it. I'm here now. And by going through the portal, you would have made all my efforts to save you in vain. If you do this, you'll end your own suffering, but you'll force everyone who loves you to suffer, especially me, Amelie, and Vara. Daddy? I saw Amelie running our way, which distracted Remy for a moment. I took the opportunity to run over to the control panel and turn the portal off. Amelie, Vara. Don't go, Daddy. No, go. Anna, Vara and Maverick caught up to us, while Remy stood there with a morbid expression on his face. He suddenly burst into tears and embraced Amelie and Vara. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you girls. It's okay, Daddy. No, it's not okay. I almost made the worst mistake of my life. Daddy has a problem. There's a monster inside my mind that makes me do terrible things. We'll make the monster go away. Yeah. I know you will. I'm glad you came to your senses and... Oh, go away, monster. Leave my daddy alone. Yep, that should do it. Good job, Amelie. I told you she was fierce. Remy embraced the two girls, whom both kissed their father gently on each cheek. I promise this will never happen again. Don't focus on what you've done, just focus on what should happen next. Anna's right, if you dwell too much on the guilt, it's only going to make your condition worse. Just know that we'll always forgive you for your mistakes. I can't really promise that. I didn't expect you to. But you and I will always be connected through Amelie. I'm not used to having friends, especially when it's you, but I can say that I'm willing to put aside our issues. That's kind of you, Anna. Hold it, Anna's being nice to Remy. I'm just as confused as you are. What's happened? Maybe Amelie really brought out the best in you. Maybe she brought out the best in both of us. Thank you all for stopping me. Of course. Remy leaned his head forward and nuzzled me, and his tongue grazed my cheek. Oh, getting saucy in front of the kids. Naughty. You want to talk? You and Maverick don't hesitate to give public displays of affection anywhere. You say it like it's a bad thing. You should know what it feels like to be in... casually dating someone. She just confessed in front of Maverick. What was that? Were you about to say the L word? Mind your own biz. Wow, a whole minute before you guys started arguing again. This is progress for sure. Everyone got a good laugh and headed down the hill. Okay, what do you say we go home? Sounds good. Are you kids sure you're going to be okay? Yeah, Ushi will take good care of you. Right? I sure will. Good night, girls. Be good for Anna and Maverick. Yeah, we will. We love you, Daddy. I love you too. After a goodbye hug, Amelie and Vara went inside with Anna and Maverick. Thanks again. I realise now how big of a mistake I almost made. So, what you gonna do now? I'm finally gonna put the past behind me with Amelie, Vara and you around. I've got a future to look forward to. I know it's not gonna be easy, but I'll be here for you. I know, this is probably what Amelia would have wanted, for me to be happy, even if it means without her. Although, I wish she were here to see that I had a part in saving the world. I wonder what she'd say. She'd be as proud of you as I am, and she'd have all the more reason to marry you. Yeah, which raises another question. How would you feel if I could go back and save her? I know I can't do it, but if I could, what would you say? Amelia and I have one thing in common. Your happiness is what's most important to us. This is your fiancé we're talking about. I'd expect you to follow through on that. What about you? I would settle for being your best friend and gladly support you and your family. Really? That's what it means to love someone. You support them no matter what. I mean, I'm not sure about this one, but okay, we'll go with it. There's that word again. What word? Love. Did you just indirectly admit that you love me? Okay, what if I did? Then I would reciprocate the feeling. Is that right? For a moment, we stood there in silence, smiling at each other. I took a moment to examine Remy's face, as his white scales reflected the moonlight. It reminded me of my first moment in the dragon's world, where I was face to face with this very same dragon. Anyway, I'm worn out from all the stress tonight. But maybe there's one more thing I'd like to ask you. Okay, what's that? Well, I'd rather tell you when we got back to my place. Sure, just let me drop my car back off at my place, and then we can go back to yours. Okay. I don't know what's gonna happen there. So, what did you want to ask me? It's, something I'm not so sure about, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable by asking. I mean, after the turmoil that just occurred, I don't want to sleep alone tonight. Oh, it's no trouble. I'll be glad to. Thanks. Are you sure we're both gonna fit? It's big enough for two dragons like me, so there's plenty of room for a human. Lead the way. He certainly wasn't lying when he said the bed was big. I'd taken a moment to check it out, but when I turned around to face Remy, I was met with an unexpected sight. Oh wow. What's this? Nothing. I've just never seen you without your collar and glasses before. No, what's this? What is this? You just look naked without them. Would you believe I actually am naked without them? Wise guy. You're blushing. Sorry, I'm not used to seeing you like this. It's kind of weirded me out. In a good way, of course. You didn't really think I slept with these on, did you? The collar, maybe. Fair enough. It has happened before. After a momentary pause, Remy leaned in to kiss me, and I reciprocated. Once again, he was using his tongue in the action, making me smile uncontrollably. Did anyone ever tell you that you're a great kisser? Amelia actually called me the world's #1 kisser a few times. I'd have to agree with her. I'm sure you do. I removed my own outer layer of clothing, only to notice Remy examining me as I did so. You don't sleep in those? No, it'd be kind of uncomfortable. What about the last part? Don't you want to take that off too? Are you asking because you're curious, or is there something more here? Maybe it's a little bit of both. This is what you really wanted to ask me before, isn't it? Remy fidgeted a little, pressing his forelegs together as if he's trying to hide something. It didn't take an expert to know what's going on in Remy's mind or his body. So, do you want this or not? Yeah, I do want this. Okay. I laid my head on Remy's chest and closed my eyes. I was constantly lifted up and down by his slow, calming breath. He held me tight and licked my forehead. You did it. Did what? You filled the void in my heart that Amelia left. Good. Seeing you smile fills my heart as well. I finally surrendered to my drowsiness, and Remy's chest was now my comfy pillow. Sleep well, my love. I finally did it. Dragonkind is safe, humanity is on the road to recovery, and Remy has finally found peace through his family. For the first time, in what seems like an eternity, I was looking forward to the future. Oh wow. So is that the end of Remy's ending on this mod? Okay, so it was a bit of an up and down in terms of the depression stakes, and there was some pretty dark themes being discussed there quite frequently. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to check out some of the other routes fairly soon, and this is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.